The following projects will feature as part of your overall test results. Pre-reading. Watch the 2 following television commercials a number of times to get some general impressions before breaking them down into their component parts for analysis. The following headings and numbered questions are for guidance only. Be aware that any single advertisement you care to analyse on your own may not present you with answers to the questions below. Feel free to add your own questions to any of the categories. Pre-reading any television ad. The questions you need to ask are: Question 1. Who sponsored the ad? Question 2. What audience is the ad intended for? Question 3. What time does the ad air? Question 4. During what type of program does the ad feature? Television commercials reading for content. Question 1. What claim or claims is the ad making? Question 2. What supports for the claim is the ad giving? Question 3. Is there a warrant operating here, either implicitly or explicitly? Question 4. Note any other features in the ad that could not feature in a printed advertisement, for example, music, movement, etc. Television commercials reading for rhetorical strategies. Take the headings you have noted in question 4, reading for content, and comment on how effective each feature has been in getting the message across. Television commercials evaluation. Taking all the various elements of the advertisement assembled from your headings, make an overall evaluation as to whether you found the ad effective in what it set out to do. If you think it was effective, then state your reasons why. If not, give your reasons for arriving at that conclusion and follow up with your suggestions on how you might improve the message. Refer to your notes, suggestions for commercial analysis, and carry out a pre-read, read for content, read for rhetorical strategy, and then carry out an evaluation on this ad.
The Wild Atlantic Way is the longest defined coastal touring route in the world. It stretches for 1,500 miles from Inishowen in the north of Donegal, right the way down along the coast to Cork in the south. We're sitting here in what we call the Meeting House in Knocksoon, an old 17th century hill village in Connemara, which we've spent the last 15 years restoring. So our whole idea was to create a place that would highlight the culture and the natural environment of this part of the world. The rugged coastline has been formed by the elements. The wind and the rain have etched out small inlets, dramatic cliffs, and as you move along, you'll have the Atlantic on one side of you and spectacular scenery on the other. Ireland as a whole has seen a huge increase in the interest in organic food, which has led to a vast array of artisan foods to be found down along the Wild Atlantic Way. One of the big features is the seafood that can be found in all the little fishing villages that punctuate your tour down along that route. The local pub is an integral part of Irish society. You'll often be enticed to sit down by a fire and listen to some stories regaled by a local that can be tall and short. My wife, Derval, is a musician and she often plays music in the local pubs. Music has always been very much part of my life and of the people in this area and down along the Wild Atlantic Way. Canucksoon is a 25-minute drive from Galway City, and Galway is often referred to as the city of the festivals. There are great towns along the way, including Donegal Town, Sligo, Westport and Tralee. The Wild Atlantic Way is a journey to experience for the breathtaking views, the spectacular landscape, the rich culture, and most of all, the friendly people who will make you very, very welcome.
This ad also promotes the Wild Atlantic Way, but takes a different approach. Refer to your notes, suggestions for commercial analysis, and carry out a pre-read, read for content, read for rhetorical strategy, and then carry out an evaluation. Having viewed both advertisements promoting the Wild Atlantic Way, carry out a compare and contrast exercise, noting different use of pace, visuals, etc. How might the different approaches appeal to a different audience? Which ad do you find the most effective and why? You will have 2 weeks to watch both videos on YouTube and then write up an evaluation of each video using the guidelines provided. You will also write up a compare and contrast piece, not more than 500 words, and read the presentation to the class. The presentation will consist of the 2 evaluations plus compare and contrast. 6 presentations will be read out and the selection will be determined by lottery.
The Wild Atlantic Way is the longest defined coastal touring route in the world. It stretches for 1,500 miles from Inishowen
Suggestions for radio commercial ads. Listen to each radio ad a number of times.
Some brands offer you low finance, or cashback, or servicing.
Renault don't do ors. We do ands. The Renault Kadjar with 1.91% APR and €1,000 cashback and 3 years servicing, saving you thousands. Renault, the brand with the ands. Visit your local Renault dealer. Finance is made under a hire purchase agreement. Terms and conditions apply. Deposit required subject to lending criteria. See Renault.ie.
There's something about Christmas. There's something about it that creeps inside and finds the child in you. I was having a look around the shops to see what Santa might be bringing the boys, and there was this train set. Old style, black engine with maroon stripe, green and black carriages, all set up like that. And the sound it made. Soft. Yet it cut right through all the space-agey screeches in the place. And I remembered another Christmas morning, waking up, the windows frosted over with cold. You could see your breath. And the thing that woke me was that sound. And I didn't dare hope. Sliding out of bed, cold at the floor. And there it was, going round and round on the bedroom rug. I ran down, could barely speak. Mum and Dad were sitting there. The teapot covered in that knitted cozy, and the smell of hot, milky tea and rushers. You'll never guess what Santa brought, I said.
Well, doesn't that big
banner, said my mum. A train set, no less. Isn't Santa the smart fella?
Turn the moment gold with Barry's Gold Blend tea.
So last night, when I came home with the train set, Mary couldn't believe it. She doesn't know what they wanted at all, she said. Santa will bring them what they want, I said. This is from me. Put the kettle on, we'll have a cup of tea.
Pre-read. Do a pre-read on each ad. Who sponsored the ads? What is the ad about? The ad's intended audience. What time does the ad air on the radio? During what programs do you think the ad might be aired? If you cannot find out definite answers to 3, 4 and 5, offer your opinion. Gather as much information as possible. Read for content. The soundtrack, the music, pacing, male or female voice, why? Is there a claim, support or warrant working here? Read for rhetorical strategy. Take the headings you have noted in content reading and comment on how effective each feature has been in getting the ad's message across. Evaluate. How effective is the ad at achieving its purpose? If you think it was effective, then state your reasons why. If not, give your reasons for arriving at that conclusion and follow up with suggestions on how you might improve the message. Compare and contrast. Having listened to both advertisements, carry out a compare and contrast exercise, noting different use of pace, soundtrack, etc. How might the different approaches appeal to a different audience? Which ad do you find the most effective and why? You will have 2 weeks to listen to both ads on YouTube or WhatsApp, and then write up an evaluation of each ad separately using the guidelines provided. You will also write up a compare and contrast piece, not more than 500 words, and read the presentation to the class. The presentation will consist of the 2 evaluations plus compare and contrast. 6 presentations will be read out and the selection will be determined by lottery.